Today we are at the beautiful West Everett estates, completely overrun by super mutants, and today's objective is to find a bunker hidden within the complex. Now this wee tripwire will trigger, well, I couldn't really avoid that there, but the explosion's pretty awesome. Yeah, this place is crawling with super mutants that you will have to dispatch. Of course, they removed all the raiders that were holed up here. This place changed hands 3 times. First, it was like a collective group of survivors. You can read through the holotapes and figure out what happened here. Did a video on the West Everett estates. I'm going to have to redo it because it would be nice to get it all, up to the standards of the channel at the moment. But yes, it changed hands. It was a group of survivors after the bombs fell. Then the raiders took over, and after the raiders, well, let's just say super mutants took it over after them. Now, the terminal here, Wayne's terminal, you can have a wee read of all of his logs and then play David's holotape. You can also control the safe over here if you want to unlock it, as well as the steamer trunk. There's plenty of items scattered throughout here. Be sure to loot it all if you need a hazmat suit, for example, or laundered loungewear. You know exactly where to find it. Also, when you're in the bathroom, we side note, not only is there Psycho to the side, but you can find some mentats behind the door, which the more you know when you visit. Jangles can be found here, and he'll be mentioned in the logs that we're about to have a wee read of, and it's also the source of the separated family radio. Now, let's have we look at Wayne's logs and have we read. October 26th, 2077. The boys finally cried themselves to sleep. It's been 3 days since the bombs fell, and everything has gone to shit. Our director up at MedTech has got advance notice, and if I hadn't put that code into his terminal that forwarded his logs to me, I would have been trapped up there along with everyone else when the lockdown kicked in. So obviously that's MedTech research. I had to make my way on foot to Malden to get the boys. I'm so proud of them for remembering the plan. Michael even managed to get David away from the teachers, and they ran and hid like I told them, instead of going into that vault. Because obviously there's a vault beneath Malden. You learn an awful lot from this one terminal about the surrounding area. I think it also will mark, it'll mark a hospital and the Irish Pride shipyards. They might even get mentioned here. We listened to the radio for a while, but the station cut out. I can still hear gunfire out there. Bonnie, I don't know if you're still out there, but I'm praying you are. So obviously Bonnie is his wife. Bonnie, it's been 2 weeks and I wish you were here. I want so badly to head to he wants to head to the hospital. Right, okay, that was just my bad English. To try and find you, so obviously that would mark a hospital. I don't know if it's Mass Bay Medical or the Milton General, one or the other. But it's too dangerous and I can't leave the boys, so he's kind of having this wee problem whether does he go find his wife in the nuclear wastes, not knowing really what's out there, or does he stay with the boys? Little David keeps asking when Mama is coming home, and Michael started to glare at me when I say you're still at the hospital helping people. I've been listening to the intermittent reports on the radio after they'd gone to bed, and I think I overheard one where they were talking about the fighting in the city. It sounds like the fighting's really bad down there. I hope you're safe, hun. The neighbours. It's been 3 months since the bombs fell. I left the bunker for the first time. Our plan to tap into the main from the water tower worked, but the piping took more duct tape than expected. That's why there's a big hole to the side of the bunker, which explains what was going on there. We didn't have any more in the house, so I tried to sneak over to the Cobb's house. He was working with the construction crew in the neighbourhood, so I figured he might have some. I was in Ron's den where he'd been working on that Nuka-Cola machine. I mustn't have heard the explosions over the distant gunfire. Or he mustn't have heard him over the distant gunfire and explosions. There was just that cold barrel pushed up against the back of my head suddenly, so obviously his neighbour was still alive. He told me to turn around slowly, and oh god, Bonnie, his face. The radiation had hit him hard. His hair was falling out. His face looked melted. I begged him to stop, but he had the gun in my mouth and cocked back the hammer. I heard the gunshot when I opened my eyes. Ron was falling to the ground, and I spotted Lance down from the street on the roof. He saw the whole thing and saved my life. Said he's got a plan and to meet him tomorrow night. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Bonnie. I don't know if you're still out there, but it's your 30th, so David and Michael made you a cake. It didn't really turn out well, but I let them open a can of frosting, which was nice. The Amazes and I have been busy the past few months. Lance and his brother has been on their way back from a vacation to New York with their families when the bombs fell. Took them weeks to make it back here, mostly on foot. They had a plan to build a wall around the neighbourhood, and after he saved my life, I could hardly say no. To get the biggest part done the night, we stole a couple of trucks from Irish Pride Shipyard. That's where it gets marked. I didn't ask how Leon knew how to hotwire a truck. Lance had us pull them around the edges of the yard to start the wall. Truth be told, I flipped mine and damn near took out the house. It was another month before we had the rest of the wall ready, and we've been keeping watch ever since, and the kids have enjoyed getting to come outside. Now, after that, we can play the tape. But I'll need to take the tape because I can't hear because I'm not wearing headphones. So let's open. I think this is when the Raiders strike. Where would this be? It's not. Wow, I'm having a moment, a senior moment. There we go. Let's play it. Get the subtitles up. Hopefully you can hear it a wee bit better than me. Mama, this is David. The bad man came back. I saw them shoot Mr. Lancer and he fell off the roof. Michael said he'd be okay, but he isn't moving. David, come on. Dad said we had to grab our stuff. So obviously this is when the Raiders come in. And David wants to leave a note for Mama. So this is obviously his holotape he's trying to leave. Wayne the dad's obviously like, nah, we're leaving right now. And he said he needed to grab Jangles. Obviously his Teddy, which is there. And then Wayne tells Michael to grab his brother David. So obviously he leaves Jangles. Now, there's not really much continuation from them as far as I'm aware. I think there might be something in the hospital about the mum, but you never really encounter them throughout the wasteland, which is terrible because I would have loved them to be a random encounter and they were... I'll be 100 years later. Okay, they're definitely dead. I would have loved to have found somewhere with the remains or something. But yeah, pretty awesome all around. Sad wee story, but you know, you unlock some locations if you do explore at Irish Pride. And I think it's a hospital. I don't know if it's Milton General or Mass Bay, or heck, it could be Medford. It could be one of them. If it was Medford, he probably would have tried to have went and find her. So I think it is Milton because it was far away. But anyway, awesome place. Thank you for watching. We shout out to all my channel supporters and members. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.